and then it wouldn't break, and it fell to the ground. Still didn't break. I was smashing the bat onto the floor.
Yeah.
Because that thing would not break. And then as I did break it, Katie's at the stage grabbing the candy.
I think she was just high. She wanted candy. I'm Thom Naylor. Hanging out with porn stars and showgirls is fucking awesome. But how much do we really know about them? Join me on the Side Piece podcast, where we sit down with them and hear some of the craziest stories from inside the industry. I look forward to seeing you. And follow me on the Side Piece podcast. All right, everybody, welcome to the Side Piece podcast. And my guest once again is the Lauren Phillips.
Oh, thanks for having me back.
You are
Sounds
always
very
welcome.
questionative.
You are always welcome here. You're welcome everywhere that I am.
Like, the ginger's back.
I know. It's funny. My mother, my mother. I shouldn't say like
that person.
That woman. I was talking to her tonight on the way over.
Aww.
And I said, who I'm having, and she was like, Lauren Phillips. Oh, how do I know that name? I said, you don't know that name. And she said,
how do you know?
Yeah, and she said, wait a second. Wait, no, she's been to the club before. She's a dancer, right? I said, she's a little more than a dancer.
She's allowed to label me as much as she wants to with anything.
Well, the best is when I threw her, because my niece is a ginger.
Okay.
And I said, Lauren Phillips is a ginger in porn. I said, it's not hard to stand out in porn when you're a ginger because there's not a lot of them. I said, so when you're buxom and you're a ginger and you're hard at work and you're busy, you're really well known because it's like, oh yeah, she's the ginger one. Yeah, I know who she is. And my mother said, well, I wouldn't say your niece is really a ginger.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
I know. So we started laughing. I said, Mom, I wasn't calling like my niece like a future porn star.
It's a very hard niche to be on. I am actually, with my information I have, I am the longest performing ginger. I've always been a ginger.
Nice.
I've never changed my hair color at all times. Once you change your hair color, it doesn't count anymore, right? If you've gone blonde or purple or green, pink, whatever. No, I've always had ginger hair. It might have been darker sometimes. I did try strawberry blonde. That didn't last too long.
Yeah.
This is the darker ginger is more my natural color.
No, we like you this way.
Yeah, thanks. I try.
I wouldn't recognize you in public.
You be the first person to ever say that. I literally was telling my friends, I was like, oh, I'm going to have alter ego, right? So that no one can like notice me. And I'm going to get a wig that's a black wig. And my name's going to be Porcelain. Oh. And I'm going to be this gothic chick. And then my friend's like, yeah, but once you open up your mouth, we're all going to know it's you. And I was like, yeah.
That's the giveaway.
I was like, yeah, you got it.
It's funny you mentioned wigs. I had this weird thing. I was. Pardon me 1 second. We're going to call somebody out for a second.
Oh, we're eavesdropping.
I know. We have some loudmouth woman in the background.
Something about hustling, hard working. Yeah. I think this is part of the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know.
And we were just talking about that.
She's the next hardest working woman in porn. She's just getting prepared. That's part of the problem of doing the podcast sometimes here at the club, because then we still have a running VIP behind us. But so let's talk about some things with you.
Yes. Ask me away.
One thing for sure is I was reading, I don't know, TMZ or something, but it went through my feed on Instagram, and it was some large-dicked black guy from the porn industry. I looked at it, and I thought he had injured some teenage girl or something like that. And
let's not say teenage girl.
I know, and that's what was weird, but I think that's what they said she was.
No.
But I have to look at it. We'll have to look at it later.
Yeah. It's probably that barely legal type look.
Might
the
be.
Teeny bopper look. That's very popular.
Yeah, so here, I guess he injured her. She had to go to the hospital or something. So I go online to look her up. And
like, how did he injure her?
That's the thing. Maybe that's what we'll do tonight over dinner. We'll figure it out.
I just want to, like...
It'll be the surprise of everybody at the restaurant.
I can see if you, like, bruised your cervix. Like, I got that. Maybe he tore her. If it was an anal thing, that... Yes.
Yeah.
You can do some serious damage. Like,
so you should have just done it to a guy. It would have been accommodating. But
I
yeah,
would
so
love
I'm
to
looking
see
for it, and as I pop on Pornhub, the first box below his scenes is one of you, and I
Yeah, it
immediately,
is.
because you are easy to spot, I see you, and there's two men on a couch, and there's you,
Mhm.
and I'm like, wait a second, that's Lauren.
That's
I
Lauren.
click on it. I'm sitting at home watching it. I obviously asked my spouse, I'm like, hey, get in here. You got to look at this. It's Lauren. And she's like cuckling these two guys from a couch. So
It is blacks on boys with a DD extra DFF extra now. I think that's how to pronounce it. I can't say their other name, but DFF extra is their name now.
Oh,
and
it is.
they're with Gamma and Adult Times. So if you want to check it out, I'm on there.
Yeah. Well,
Plug it.
now
Just
don't
gonna
think
plug
she's
it
going to
now.
be having sex on this one, because I didn't see you having sex at all.
I did not.
And my spouse was like, are we really watching this? I said, oh, for a minute.
I don't remember if I humiliated him. I think it was more encouraging. Like, yeah, you can
Yeah.
take that dick.
It was your cheerleading.
Yeah,
You
that
were-
was my husband taking a dick. I was like, I'm like, woo woo, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, I didn't back into all your videos, but I'm sure there's reference points.
I remember when I shot that too. And it's funny when you see, like, when it's like, I don't know if that's considered, I guess I would consider it bisexual because I'm in it, but I'm not really having sex. But like I've done bi
Yeah.
porn too. I don't know. I can't. I don't know the labels, but it's funny when I shot that they were like, "All right, so like you're not having sex," and I was like, "All right, cool. I get to sit there and chill." Yeah, but you
Yeah.
have to you have to talk throughout the scene. I was like, "That's easy. How much do you want? I can tell them what to do."
Bring the boom in. I'm ready to talk.
Like, who do we know that can talk through a whole scene? Oh, Lauren, the Jersey girl, totally.
That's right. I forgot you're from Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have some things. One, I wanted to discuss with you your birthday,
Yes,
because
my
we had your
birthday.
birthday here, and it was
Yeah.
accidental almost.
Oh, accidental. Maybe I planted a seed saying, "Hey, we should probably have my birthday here."
I know, because you obviously had. I mean, when we went around the room, we had a who's who list in porn. It was obviously yourself.
Well, just to let you know, this was the first. This party actually wasn't just adult stars. We had adult stars. We had features, which would also included adult stars and showgirls. Also, we had some fetish models there as well. So we actually had
Oh,
the
that's right.
entire adult industry here. It's
You're
probably one of the
correct.
parties that actually had everyone from every individual of the adult industry at there.
See, I'm
I
glad
made
you
that
corrected
happen.
me. I'm
Made
glad,
that
because that was a nice scene. I mean, we had everybody up in the private area.
Yeah, you were like, I was like, can I bring some people? You're like, yeah. Well, I think I brought 18 or something.
it was a
20,
good crowd.
18, like and they all kept coming in too.
Well, the best was when once I knew who you had coming, I ran over to Lauren Lowe's. I'm like, Lauren, bring the car. And she was like, I can't get the car I can't get it there. And I'm like, we will figure this out. You have to have the
surprised me.
car. So then we had the cake, and the cake was
That was a surprise too.
oh, so the history on this cake, I got it once from my husband, and the cake is this ridiculously overpriced cake, but it is so damn good.
Yeah, didn't you eat the rest of it too? You
I
You
did.
sent me a picture.
I
You're
did.
like, I'm still eating it.
So I tell him, I'm like, get the cake. I'm like, go to the store and go to the sex store and get me something to put on top of it.
So he picked the nipple clamps.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, get me something fun, like a dick or something. He comes back, he's like, I got you nipple clamps. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with nipple clamps for a cake? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, all of a sudden I'm brainstorming. I'm like, wait, I'll put 2 black straws in, stand them up. I'll put little nipples on the top, and then I'll clamp those and hang the chain in between. I'm like, it works.
It's so funny because when Neo goes to put them on my nipples, I was like, oh my God, my nipples are so sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I can have these on here. And she's trying to put them on. And she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you
I
okay?
saw
Are
you wince
okay?"
a little.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for
That's the
nipple
first
clamps,
I've seen you wince.
I can't. I was like, because you haven't looked at my bowel. Oh, wait, winked. Got it. No, like, she kept checking in on me because I can only, when it comes to nipple clamps, I can only have them on for a few minutes. And also, Because I have tiny nipples. I have very tiny nipples.
Oh, no.
Very tiny nipples.
We'll take a look at those later.
The nipple clamps don't hold because you're not supposed to have them on the nipples. You're supposed to have them on areolas.
Oh, yeah.
And because it pinches it, because then when you leave it, that's the
Yeah.
yeah,
A lot of people
relief.
think they're supposed to go like on the edges.
No.
That's not the sensitive part.
No.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to get them on my areolas, my nipples are so tiny that they always slip off. So that's why I know.
You
I
need
don't
those
use
little
it.
suction cup ones.
I've done those. I had one time I did that for a scene, a BDSM scene. And when he went to take it off, a little bit of milk dribbled out of my nipple.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I was like, all right.
I always wonder about that because maybe I'm just not knowledgeable. But some women just lactate
Yeah.
like
That's
all the
natural.
time.
They said it could be because of their birth control. And I know I was on birth control at that time.
Oh, yeah, okay,
So,
that makes sense.
Yeah, 'cause
So
it's
your
hormones.
list of people, we had Lauren Lotus, we had Farley Lynn, Nia Nebula, Katie Morgan, Evan Stone, Christiana Sins.
God,
And
I
there
had
were
so many people.
there were two girls you introduced me to who were fetish. They were really interesting looking.
Angela Summers was there.
Oh yeah,
With
Angela was there. Oh,
Thomas.
she's gonna kill me. I just forgot about her. Okay, Shane,
Oh.
edit that. She was the first one there.
She held my spot.
That's right.
God, there were so many people.
It was a great crowd, and you
I-
performed diligently. You smacked the shit out of your piata.
Oh my
Or
God.
pinata. Don't say
didn't-
piata. Pinata.
I was hitting it and then it wouldn't break and it fell to the ground. Still didn't break. I was smashing the bat onto the floor.
Yeah.
Because that thing would not break. And then as I did break it, Katie's at the stage grabbing the
Yeah.
candy.
I think she was just high. She wanted candy.
There was a lot of people there. There were some people I didn't even know.
No, we had a great time.
Everyone invited everybody. It was like, hey, you want to come? I knew if I would supply the ride there,
Yes.
people would come.
That's what I was going to ask you.
It was. I provided the ride, and the first drink was on me.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you got champagne.
I did.
That's right.
So we had a whole thing of champagne.
And then you had, of course, what do I want to call it? A reenactment of going out with all of my husband's guys from the Army. They all decided to show up.
Yeah, I asked. I was like, hey, where's my guys?
And then all of a sudden, they all arrived.
Yeah. And we had a great time, too.
And they're terribly klutzy at times. I was watching them
Oh,
up there, and
yeah.
I was like, guys, you are around some of the most beautiful women in porn and in the country. Just go up there. Be guys. For 5 minutes. Be normal.
But they're babies.
I know. They are. But
They're
they
like,
had a great time,
early
too.
20s?
You definitely gave them a night that they will never forget. I mean, how many guys can say in their early 20s that they hung out with all that talent?
Mm-hmm.
And at a strip club.
And they survived.
And they survived. So let's get into some other things. You, obviously, your birthday is coming up again.
It is.
And it's going to fall, you tell me, during Exotica.
During Exotica. So it falls up on a Sunday, but we're already planting the seed.
It looks like then
we should have it Saturday.
it's going to be you and Katie Morgan, I think, performing during Exotica.
That would be
I think
amazing.
I'm booking the both of you for both
Yes.
nights.
We and her, when we are together and stuff like that, it's amazing.
I think that's what we're going to do.
We're a good team.
Well, so we'll talk about that later, but
Yeah.
that's really what I want to do.
It's like vanilla and strawberry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just have to find the chocolate.
I can get some chocolate.
Oh, I've seen. So,
Just mix some. I was like, just mix some anybody in there. We can get it.
yeah, because that was part of my thing. I told her, I said, if she comes for me in June for the Folger Museum, I said, I'll book you for Exotica. And she agreed to that. So now, knowing that your birthday's there, now I have a double whammy there. I gotta,
let me know because I have a ton of people that definitely are going to be there.
Yeah, no, you can
Everyone
already
wants
count on it.
Yeah, it's just
We're just going to solidify it later.
And then
So-
that means I have to do a birthday show. I have to do a birthday feature. I have to think of something.
I know. I'll have to build you a cake to pop out of.
I was actually just thinking that. Oh my god!
I'll have to figure some
I
shit
was
out.
like, I wanna pop
Shane,
out of a
can you
cake.
can you make a cake she can pop out of?
He's like, I'm already planning it. What's the dimension that we need?
We've dragged Shane into the last couple podcasts. Last time we learned he doesn't wear underwear ever.
Me neither.
And then here,
except in porn.
Then here the feature and I are both staring at him at that point. I'm like, he doesn't wear underwear, does he?
So you don't have underwear on now? Me neither.
I noticed when we were at the hotel.
Yeah, he told me. I was like, damn, I knew I forgot something.
That just
It's
slipped your
funny.
mind.
I'm sorry. All I'm thinking about right now is my dances. That's on my mind. That's it.
That's it.
Main goal.
The main goal.
Main goal is my dances and VIP rooms, baby.
I know. Well, I hope to not see you that much.
God, I hope so. I was like,
Now,
yeah.
now tell me this. You have some, there's always, with fame comes some negativity. And I've been trying to figure out one thing that people use against you.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. But we're both going to figure it out together. Maybe
Okay.
Shane can help us. What the hell is a feature collector?
I don't know what a feature collector is.
Oh, you knew it was coming.
I don't know what a feature collector is.
She's like clairvoyant.
I don't know what that is. What's a feature collector? What would you think? This is what I think, which is not true. A feature collector has what I think, maybe because I'm in the adult industry and I think, oh, collector, I think is you fuck features. I don't fuck features.
That's what I would think it is. And then I got to thinking about it.
So the person that's calling me a feature collector is obviously looking in the mirror at himself.
Oh. Uh-oh. That's all left
You
up to y'all.
can keep that on, too.
So see, now what I would think when I hear that is I would think because, well, one, you have a great personality. And I'm not
Okay.
going to just blow smoke up your ass. But the thing about you is
That's
you,
like I've done that before.
yeah, you have a lot of energy.
Okay.
And your vibe is kind of addictive. So I see a
It's
lot
like
of these.
a drug.
Yeah, but I see a lot of the features and a lot of the women in porn, they gravitate to you because you're obviously offering them something to see, or you're offering them a different level of inclusion. Because I see you popping in on Facebook with other dancers. You're on stage or you're off stage, but you're giving props to people, and I think that's a lot of empowerment going on. Is it intentional?
It is intentional. So like for me, and this is me as a person, right? And this is just how I've always been, is I like to give people a space where there is no judgment, almost like a safe space, because we're already, as adult industry, whatever you want to call it, showgirls, adult stars, sex workers, whatever label.
Yeah.
Society's already judging us. That's it. It's done. All right. And I feel like there's enough judgment out there that I don't need to judge people.
Yeah.
And I just want to accept people for the art, because we're not going to change. And I think we're all unique in our own ways, and we all enter in our universe or life or whatever you want to call it for a reason. And for the past 2 years, I had a lot of loss in my life, and it made me appreciate people and life and experiences. And I just love people. And it's funny because and I mean this, I just care about people. I care with all of my heart and my soul. I am that person that if you were like, if a stranger came up and they were like, oh my God, I'm dying, I need a kidney, I would go probably get tested for them. And that's just, it's funny you laugh, but
I'm sure there are people like that.
I've had this conversation with my therapist. She's like, and I'm like, I don't know why. It's just, and then I've now like kind of accepted it. And that's just who I am. And, I'm trying to blur the lines of I think, I know there's adult stars and there's showgirls, but at the end of the day, we're all features.
Yeah.
And just as in the film industry, we have performers and like talent. We call them talent.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. We're entertainers. And you might want to we might have MILFs and teeny boppers, and we have adult stars and showgirls, but we're all still the same. And that's what I'm trying to merge, is that, yes, I do film. I'm an entertainer and you're an entertainer. I'm a performer. You're a performer. I do hardcore, you do softcore, even I do penetration, you don't, right? That's what that means. So hardcore means I do penetration. Softcore means they don't do penetration, but you're still selling sex. You're still being sexy.
Yeah.
And so for me, I want to reach out to them because I'm really trying to blur these lines of here. And then I feel like that the feature community needs a woman that is empowered to empower women.
Yeah.
I literally had this conversation with somebody that I haven't told anybody, but I had somebody ask me why I was doing this. And it got very emotional. And I was like, I do this because we're women and that we should have some type of input or something as a woman as we are going on stage. And just because you're not having sex on camera, it's still an intimate thing that you're doing on stage. There's people throwing money at you, right? Now you're an object, right? You're an item. They're paying, right? They're throwing money at you. They're grabbing at you. Well, some clubs, but some they're not allowed to do that. But they're like grabbing and you're putting your tits in their face. They're like you're doing. It's still a very intimate thing that we're doing. And I feel like, I'm a woman. I'm proud to be a woman. As women, we give life. Without us, no one would be here. So that's how I am. I'm doing it because I want to empower women.
Yeah.
I'm not against any other genders. I am pro people. But I don't want I don't want anyone to be forgotten. I don't want women to forget. And in the feature community, it still seems like there's a lot of men in it. And I think you guys need to watch out because I'm coming.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Is that Lauren's future?
Mm-hmm. It's already in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, I've always talked about that on here. Is that women gaining power in the industry?
Yeah. It's not like we're trying to take over.
No, but your input's valid.
Yeah, how are you? As a man, you're never going to understand what it's like to be a woman.
Yeah.
And you're never, unless you go to a different club, which I've been to those clubs. You're not going to understand what it's like to be a female dancer either.
Yeah.
And the discrimination that comes as our gender sometimes, and how we had to build up to even have rights, right? If you look back at everything, like women were owned, we couldn't vote, we couldn't work at one point, and so it's hard if you're never really going to have that part. And I feel like there should be a woman that has a voice to that is, and I think it's great for me to be that voice, because I'm not just been in the film industry as an adult star for a certain amount of years. I am now intertwined with the showgirls, and I'm listening to them and what they need.
Yeah.
And so that I can say, all right, this is the gist of it. And then it's great because I can talk to them and try to explain it to them if they have any type of confusion.
Now, has that taken you to sponsorships and other things like that to even go further?
Yeah. So I am last year, I was the first female entertainer to be an event sponsor. And then this year, I am the first female entertainer to be a title sponsor, and also sponsor the EDIs as well. So I'm sponsoring the EDIs as a title sponsor, and then I am a title sponsor for ED Expo at the main stage.
Now, so for people that don't know, those sponsorships are generally held by club owners, which are men, or they're usually favors to certain people. So obviously you're using your personality and your money, because you're spending your own money to do this, correct?
Yes, this is my hard-earned money.
Yeah.
I don't have family money.
Yeah, this is dedication.
This is my money. Yeah.
Do you see that there's a payoff already, or are you looking at it the long road, that there's going to be a lot of this?
I'm looking at the long road right now. Have I noticed any it's hard. This is more an investment right now, as I'm not going to be making a profit off this.
Now, have you gotten, I mean, I know you've gotten positivity because I see that. Have you gotten a lot of negativity?
Yeah.
Are they from women or are they from men?
From women.
Really?
Actually, the men are way welcoming.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I've got.
Is it more vindictive then, or is it just pissed off?
I don't know. I can't really say it.
Yeah.
I was, cyberbullied for 8 months last year, and
well,
it was really,
I heard that,
really sad.
I don't know the full extent of it, and I didn't know if you wanted to get into that.
And I'm very anti-cyberbully. I won't name names, but I definitely was targeted, and
Do you feel it was a collective, or was it
Yes.
individuals just all of a sudden
And
accidentally?
I think it started as like the Mean Girls type feel.
Yeah.
And I think what hurts me the most is that when I see the feature community, this is what I've learned when I built my business, right? And I always listen to people, and I take what I think and what my moral and values are. But I never believe exactly everything that everyone says without proof. And I've always been like that. I've never had anyone on my no list. I've never not worked anyway because, oh, my girlfriend said this and this and this. If I did have a negative experience, I would say, hey, this is my experience. Maybe they had a bad day. But if I had no experience and someone said, oh, this person such and such, I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I've never had that experience. With this person, or I don't know this person.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you had that experience. That's how I've always been. I felt like
So you're willing to give people the benefit all the time.
Oh, how can I judge somebody if I don't even know them?
Yeah. Well,
And-
I always
and-
feel this industry has that wall up first.
Yes,
'Cause-
they definitely are.
'cause
They
two
definitely
girls have said something, or
want
one
me
guy
to-
said something.
Yeah, like they definitely want me. I definitely is like, oh, this adult star has to prove herself, and I'm like, the thing is, to be asked why is why what? Why? Because I want to help you? Why? Because I'm busting my ass working long hours every goddamn day to put money towards you to competitions and events that you have, so that you guys can make more money, so that you guys don't have to put in money for the hotel or your travel. I've talked about this, and it's I'm like, why? Because I'm a good person, and I just want to help, and I want to be part of it, and I want to make your industry even better, and I want you to see how the film side industry and how it is pro women, and bring that into the feature. Not saying that feature isn't pro women, but it has more women empowerment.
Yeah.
That should be what I'm saying. So, but I definitely had a lot of negativity, and I've had a lot of people apologize to me, which is really great. And it's just taking me like to heal a little bit, because once you've done it for that long, your survival instincts get up.
Now, do you feel like you've come out of the cyberbullying part
Yes.
better?
I feel like it's better. I definitely, as I told other people, I was like, I'm still hurt.
Sure. Oh,
There
yeah,
was
that
a lot
doesn't
of
go
things
away.
said to me, and I do have abuse trauma in my past, which I'm very vocal. Everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Not the full details of it, but that I do have trauma. It takes me a little bit to heal when I'm getting verbally attacked. So, and I acknowledge that, and that's why I believe in mental health. That I believe in getting therapy. I believe in yoga. I believe in meditation. I believe in self-care. And it just takes me a bit. It's slowly phasing. I just hung out with a ton of showgirls, and everyone was super nice. And but I wanted to be different. So what I did to kind of be like, this is who I am, and now you get to experience me.
Yeah.
Chris K had told me that they had goodie bags for the girls, so I got T-shirts. I had also asked Adult Time, which is my I'm ambassador for them.
I was gonna ask you, you're an ambassador for them.
Yes. I had a lot of feature community saying they want film to merge. I had asked Adult Time. I'm like, hey, I'm doing the feature community, and they want to have some recognition from the film. They said, put our name on it. We're so for it.
Yeah.
All right. So I made shirts that advertised Adult Time, and my series that had won an AVN Best BDSM Series, Switch, which is actually
that's Switch.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is
we were going to get to there. You're beating me.
and you asked me a question, I'm explaining it. And which is a Lauren Phillips series. It's about women empowerment as well, and about empowering people, and kind of exploring power exchange and stuff like that. So I got all the girls, all the ladies shirts for their goodie bags.
Nice.
I got 8x10s for the audience to give out, and then I also because it was BYOB, I made, this is how you know I'm from Jersey. I made liquor baskets, little so I got baskets and I put the main liquors and I gave them to the owners and said,
Nice.
thank you so much for having me here and
Cool.
welcoming me. So it's been great. I have to say, besides that little hiccup of being the cyberbullying, that's the only thing I had to do with. But everyone else has been all the men have been actually pretty hey.
Yeah.
And you can tell. I think what we forget is, big businesses isn't gonna really look at my gender. They're gonna look at my money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the whole thing. Money doesn't care who owns it.
So if I'm hey, I want to sponsor it, they're gonna say how much.
Yeah.
So anyone that declines a sponsor, right, that wants to give money, kind of shows
It's personal.
that it's personal or how legit the business is.
Yeah.
You know?
No, definitely understandable.
I want to work for big businesses, and I would love to help smaller businesses grow. I'm all about mom and pop shops, but if you know,
I know the one thing I do want to do for you, and I'm going to ask you
Yeah?
just on air anyhow, but you have to let me design a T-shirt for you.
okay, you can.
Because I'll have to show you the zoo T-shirts from before. Shane will tell you.
Well, I already, we're doing a simple design for EDI East, which is going to be in Huntsville at the Pony.
As long as you let me be really risky.
Yeah.
Okay, because
As
I'm
long
not
as
shy.
it has adult time
Yeah.
and Switch, and then Lauren Phillips, that's fine.
We'll
But right
figure it
now
out.
we're just doing simple right now, just to kind of see how to feel it out. And I want the girl. When I designed the shirts to make it really simple, I don't have my picture on it and stuff like that. It just has my name. I didn't want them to think, oh, she's throwing her face at us. I just want to be hey, if you tag Adult Time, they'll redo it. Lauren Lotus did. They redid it.
I was so proud of her too. She had an Archibalds shirt on for a couple promos for other clubs.
Yeah, you're just just tag me. It's fine. And teaching it, and it's just I'm slowly teaching this is how you market. This is how you're an influence. As a showgirl, you're influencing people. So no matter what, you're an influencer. But right now it's been super great. I've only had one hiccup and I've solved that one. And I think why there's such a misconception is I don't think they see the bigger plan and things that I see.
Yeah.
And I already have a 10-year plan.
Well, you're still young at 10 years. Your 10-year plan. You're still a young woman.
I'll be. I turned 37 this year, so I'll be
you'll
47.
still be young. Yeah, I mean, you'll be a MILF.
I am a MILF. I'm ex-biz MILF Performer of the Year. I'm already a MILF.
Oh, that's right. You're already a MILF in porn. Jeez, that's sad.
I've been a MILF since I was 25.
Yeah, it comes out quick.
Right?
So you have Exotica coming up. I mean, like I said, I've seen you all over the place. You pop in. And to get back to where we started with that, as a feature collector, I take that as more of a positive thing.
I just don't know what it means.
I would take it positively.
I don't know what it means.
That I think you're just snatching up some excitement, and you're getting people. You're creating a network.
I am.
That I think works. I tell some of the features, sometimes it's better when you're a gang.
That's what I want. I want the community I understand that they compete. Trust me. I wake up in the morning having to compete with 40,000 talent every goddamn day.
Yeah.
Right? That Pornhub ranking is my goal. Right?
Yeah.
So
where are you ranked?
I think I'm top 20 right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were in the top 20.
Yeah, international, top 20. And that's just not just with women. That's all talent.
Yeah, that's all talent.
That's all talent. And so I get it, but even when I'm on set with my other talent, we're not hitting, bouncing on each other. We're supporting each other. And that's what I really want to make sure is that all features are supporting each other. And you are competing, and it's okay to be in to compete, but it's still, we all can make money at the day, and they're all it should still all be a family type thing and a community type thing, and supporting each other. I think I had one feature tell me that someone had lost their costume or something fell off, and they were there helping them glue it back together.
Yeah.
Even though that was their competitor.
Oh yeah.
They still helped. And I think that's really important, is that at the end of the day, you guys are competing, but it should be, I want to compete with you at your top pest.
That's right. Without
Then- and then,
competitors,
yeah.
you really can't shine.
Yeah.
You're
So
just,
like,
you're just good.
you know, other people, I was always taught that what I want to be, what I see my future self to be, I surround myself with people that are already have that.
Yeah.
So like when I got into the adult industry as an adult performer, I wanted to be seen as a veteran. So I surrounded myself as I was new with veterans to the
Yeah.
point that everyone thought I was a veteran, even though I'd only been in for 2 years. So
It worked because you're really new on the scene, pretty much.
yeah, I haven't. I've only been feature dancing for, God, I think it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Because I waited. I didn't want to go in right away. So but I've jumped in on trying to swim. And
Because I think when I first met you, you were first starting.
yeah.
Because I didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
And,
That was my first
and Dino had
ED
introduced
expo.
me to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And instantly I
He
fell in
showed
love
me
with
around
you.
at first, yeah.
But you had latex on, and I was
did.
like, this bitch has latex.
Latex is my thing.
It
The
looked
only time
good.
I don't wear latex is when I'm featured dancing
No.
because I can't go in and out of it.
I already
after.
knew we were going to
But,
hit it off.
Yeah, I had latex then. I had latex
Or
last year.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just hitting it off with you.
I don't know, man. You're going to be part of my collection.
I know. Yes.
I just want people to be happy. We're in this, I love with all of my heart this adult industry.
It keeps us
It
all
is
young.
so great, and it's so free, and like the freedom to be able to express yourself, the freedom to be able to be uncensored, the freedom to just be you. I was a mainstream dancer for 6 years, busting my ass with 4 other jobs, and I never felt as free as I do in the adult industry.
Good.
And I want everyone to have a positive experience. I want everyone to have that support. I want, if something happens at a club, I want the girls to be able to come to me and we can figure it out. If they're having a problem and they're like, hey, this is happening to me, blah, blah, blah. I am really good at I am the solution. I'm never the problem. So I can literally, this is the problem. All right, let's find, there's always a solution to every problem.
Yeah.
So,
And
there's help. And that's the thing, like, we should be able to help each other. And I've had people like, my besties have helped me. Justice has helped me. Angela Summers has helped me. Yeah, Thomas has helped me.
Really
Rob has helped
Justice.
me. Yes, Justice is my best. I was literally just texting her today.
She's probably a little pissed at me because I haven't booked her in a while. But I've had so many obligations. But I do adore her.
You know.
I love her with pink hair. I love her with black hair.
If you want to give me like a nice birthday gift, be able to see my bestie would be great. And then I can have her and Angela at my birthday party, and that would be a best birthday gift.
I know Angela
ever.
will definitely be at your birthday. I should have called her when I was in Philly the last time, but I didn't have time.
Philly's not that far away either.
No, not
you
at
hop
all.
on a train and it's like right there.
Yeah. I always have a good time with her. But Justice, I mean, I've always liked her.
She's amazing. She's
like perfect size.
She is.
You know more than I would.
She is the most amazing person in the world. There is actually no one word that can describe her, because she's been with me when we met before, when I went to my first ED, and we really didn't talk too much. I was kind of just taking everything. It was a lot to take in, and there was people I didn't know. So I'm coming from the film industry where I know everybody to this industry where I don't know anybody. And then the next year we had experiences that we kind of like connected us. Yeah. That we were talking about. And she's been by my side, rooting for me, helping me, giving me suggestions, and being there for each other in our personal lives. We check in on each other. She literally called me last night, and I had to go to bed early because I had to be up at like 2 a.m. Pacific time to be here. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? You called me, you didn't leave a message. And I'm like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just driving. And because she knows that when she does the long drives, she can call me because I can talk for hours.
Oh,
I'm
big help.
I'm that type person. Like, you have a 4-hour drive, you can call me and I will talk to your ear off until like I have to fall asleep or I need to eat.
Get ready. I'm going to start calling you when I'm
You'd be surprised. Like I'm really good at it. I can.
Well, there's a good thing with her. She had pink hair at one time, and I don't know if you knew her.
Red hair.
Well,
red
or no, it was red. Yeah.
Was that fire orange?
That's
fire
right.
engine red.
Yeah, because we were in Miami. That's right. It was red. I don't know why I kept thinking it was pink. But she was sitting at a breakfast table, and Dan had never met her, and I had known her already for a while. And we were just talking, like, just back and forth. And she got up to get, like, a juice or something, and Dan said, "Who is this girl with the hair, and how does she know you? She's just, like, talking." And I said, that's Justice. And he said, "She's here with the show?" Because Justice, I mean, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. She had no makeup on, hair pulled back in a ponytail, with like sweatpants on.
Yeah.
And Dan's like, "Is she hitting on you?" I said, "No."
Like, yup. That's how I roll early in the morning.
I said, "She's a feature." And he said, with that hair? And I said, "She's really good. Trust me, she's Canadian. She's a really good performer."
Yeah. She's amazing.
Well, the best, she came down later doing like the meet and greet stuff, and she was, dressed.
All dolled up.
And Dan was like, "That's the girl from Breakfast?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm telling you, she's very pretty." So he put two and two together, and he was like, "Yeah, she's very pretty." So her first mark, though, he was like, "Who's this kid off the street?" So,
I love her that way.
Yeah.
She's been when she was competing at Night Move. I have a place in Florida as well, and we stayed at my house, and I was like, we go Night Moves, do that, come back, we order food.
Oh my God.
And then
she's this big.
Yeah, she can eat more than I can. I love her.
I was going to ask you, does she eat
amazing.
more?
She eats more than I can. I'm like, how do you stay so tiny? I remember what was it? We were in Houston, and I was like, "You hungry?" She said, "Yeah, let's get pasta." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Where are you going to get pasta at that hour?
It's just like, wow, pasta,
Christ.
Really? Carbs? Yeah, I need the carbs.
That's what we're going to do later. We're going to eat pizza.
Woo. Yeah.
So now tell me, is there some stuff
I love her,
that you
though.
don't
She's
go
my
to?
favorite.
Like stuff you're not into?
Stuff I'm not into.
Industry-wise. Like,
Industry-wise.
Yeah, like when you get... Like,
anything without a red carpet.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I'm actually pretty introverted when I'm at home.
Yeah.
You have to really pull me out of there.
Because you know where I'm going to go with this. Because you had a quote on Facebook, and I loved it.
Okay.
I got such a laugh about it. And I'm going to misquote it.
I'm like, okay, go ahead.
It was somewhere
I
along the
remembered.
lines of,
Should I look it up and see what I
getting a
actually
lot
said?
of dick at work, but no dick at home. Or a lot of dick professionally,
first
but
thing,
no
I
dick
kn-
at home. So you should kind of go
I'm
back
looking it
and-
up right now. I know I didn't say dick because I
No.
can't say dick on Facebook.
No.
What did I say? Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. God, I post a lot.
I know. I try to keep up with you.
It's very uneventful.
But you're busy feature collecting.
Yeah. It's almost like cards.
I know. I wish I could remember the quote, but it was along those lines.
Yeah, I don't.
Now, do you
I can't
feel that
remember.
that most men are leery of you at home because of just your experience?
It's a really good question, actually. I'm like determined. Okay. No, I didn't find it. Fuck it. I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Yeah, you have
I'm trying to remember.
That's probably 300 posts, and that was just 2 days ago.
Okay, here. All effing on camera and not in my personal life.
Oh, that's it.
Makes me an extremely frustrated woman.
Yes.
Push my face into a pillow and D me down like your life depended on it every 2 to 4 hours. Is that not too much to ask for?
I knew there was more to it.
You definitely didn't get it off. I was
No.
like, I definitely didn't say dick.
That's right. I just remembered the reference point of it. So, yeah, do you think a lot of people are... I mean, let's face it. When you're performing, it's a very different kind of sex. I mean, it's theatrical. Or are you theatrical at home? Like, are you the same person on screen, off screen?
All right. Did you want me to ask the first question about men and that one, or do you want me to ask this one? I can ask both of them.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I feel like when it comes, I've been told by people a lot now
Yeah.
Right? A lot. Then I'm very intimidating. And I've been told by my guy friends that for me to be, when I find the right guy, I'm very powerful.
Yeah.
And I need to find a guy that's just as powerful.
Yeah.
To keep up with me. And I was like, I don't know. I really don't like sorry. I'm like, I don't know.
Sometimes
but I do. People said that it's my presence in the room. And I also had someone say it's in my eyes.
That could be. I mean, sometimes you just need a guy that's just going to deal with it well.
Yeah. Dig
that's
me
just
down.
into you. Yeah. Doesn't really care. So let me ask you.
It's hard.
When you're at home and you have these intimate times with somebody.
Yeah.
And you're addressing work.
Yeah.
Is it a simple conversation where you're like, hey.
I don't date a lot of civilians.
It's 4 o'clock. Oh, you don't.
So.
See. Okay. Well, that makes it interesting. Okay. So that solves that too. Because I was going to ask you, like, so when you go to work and somebody says, like, well, what's your day look like? And you're like, well, I'm going to fuck 5 guys today at work. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed. I have tried dating civilians.
Yeah.
And it is hard for them to understand. And the thing is, I also feel like, as coming from the feature community, I almost consider you guys civilians too, because as I'm speaking, some of them, like, I get looks at like, what?
Oh yeah.
Like I remember talking to Dino. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. I remember being at ED surrounded with like Jennifer White, Katie Morgan, Evan Stone. Yeah. We're all like talking about our stuff, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
So it's it's hard to date a civilian. And it depends on the person. If I tell them about my day, I've learned, I like telling about my day. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's nice if I have a rough day and I can, oh God, a fucking guy couldn't fucking get his dick hard, and he was stroking his dick in the corner where I'm talking to the director and I'm looking at my watch like, all right, we gonna get done yet? That's kind of sometimes pretty hard. But
that can be home life.
But now I've dated more in my industry people.
Now, do you ever impose jealousy on a partner, or do you ever feel jealousy? Like, what happens more often?
I feel like people get. I think they get jealous of me. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a big jealous person.
Not.
No. When I was married, it was an open relationship for 7 years.
Yeah.
I am a female cuckold.
Yeah.
So I have no problem, my dude, fucking other chicks, as long as he's safe.
Yeah.
Obviously. But if you're gonna fuck other chicks, you better be fucking telling me about it and getting me off on it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's fair. If you're gonna get your dick wet and bust a nut, then you should be coming back and finger fucking me until I come, telling me about it. Because I want to know that my man got this chick off.
Now, have you ever dated a bisexual guy that's like having sex with you and other men and other women?
Right.
Or is that really too fucking complicated?
No, I don't consider myself polyamorous, so I haven't really where they've dated. Like, an open relationship is different than being polyamorous.
Well, I should have backed that up. Would that be an industry no-no?
What?
Like if you were in a relationship with a bisexual man,
no,
people would just be like, I don't really want to work with her. She's.
Oh, that's your body, your choice.
Yeah.
So some people can be like that, but most of the people I've worked with have not been.
Yeah.
So for me, if I'm on someone's no list because they don't want me because I'm working with bisexual people, then. I respect their choice, and it's their body, it's their life, and they are allowed to have sex with anyone they want.
Oh, definitely.
It's completely fine, but I do trust I get tested every 14 days for the past 11 years, and I actually I have a bruise right now because they brought me before I got here.
I see.
Right there. And
this is a heroin-free club.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Don't put that out in the universe now. That's gonna be the next rumor. That's it. The most sober.
You thought Feature Collector was bad. Wait till you get this one.
The only I'm completely drug free, and then that rumor goes around. I'm like, what? You obviously don't know me.
How did that start, DC?
Right. Thanks, Tom. But we get tested.
Yeah.
So talent testing, which is our testing facility. We also have Clear. There's now Sage Health, and there's Cutting Edge, and it's tested differently than what you get at your doctor. We actually test for syphilis and trick as well, and MGen, which is something as well,
Yeah.
which you don't get tested unless you ask for it. And also, so for us to get it faster, they test different way. So every 14 days, like clockwork, or 12, because I don't like to wait until the 14 days, because just in case they have there's delivery, and there's it took we had to deliver to Miami because we didn't whatever. So any delays, it doesn't affect my shooting.
Now, what's your easiest porn position? Like when you're preparing for work, is it like when you go in, you're like, I hope this is an anal scene because it's going to be an easier day for me?
Depends on how much which holes are getting more affection at the time.
Oh,
I prefer DP.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay. And why is that?
Because it feels good.
Oh, so your professional life is fun.
I did get DP'd when I was like fucking this guy, and he put his dick in my asshole and then put a dildo in my pussy and like pushed, like almost didn't have a strap on, but pushed it against like his pelvis so that I could get DP'd get a DP feeling.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
That's cool.
And he tried to fist me too, but it didn't work.
Oh yeah, that's
hard.
That's bigger in another community than in the straight community.
Yeah. So that was a little hard, but
it's funny. It's funny you say that.
It's hard to fist my pussy. Fisting my asshole is a completely different story.
Well, maybe we'll have to talk off camera about this. But friends of mine just got back from Darklands over in Holland, and it's a whole scene that we'll have to chat about it later, or maybe if they come out. But they do obviously sex shows on stage, and it's a huge production all over the place. But with the guys in Holland, if you're not fisting, you're kind of like vanilla.
Yeah.
Like fisting is like, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And friends of mine were like, yeah, that's not our scene. I'm like, dude, it kind of is, but
you have to work it in.
But it's more quiet here. It's like right in the open.
Mm-hmm. It's just like when I used to work with like legal porno in Prague.
Yeah.
Double anal is like, that's the norm.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the norm.
Yeah. Like,
that's why I thought I'd discuss it with you.
You're doing double anal today. Okay. And
yeah.
Like.
And then all of them said the same thing when they came back. They were like, every Danish guy has a giant dick. And I was like, really? They were like, yeah. And everybody's like, I'm going to fuck you for a little bit, but then I'm going to fist you. And they were like, whoa.
I would have to, it's funny because I think May 1st, I have a fisting scene. And I'm like, when I was flying here, I was like, great, when I get back on Sunday, I'm going to start opening up my asshole so I can get fisted properly. And because I got to stretch it, because I go back to normal. I go, swoop.
Yeah.
Goes super tight.
Super tight?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even my pussy goes right back to normal. I kegel that shit. I'm like.
They say it's a muscle.
Grip.
The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Oh, yeah, man. My grip is real. My grip is real. Well, I have several people that can tell you that.
Well, they did Shivari and a bunch of other things there, and they did and I talked to Angel Bo about it, suspension.
Yeah.
And they did a bunch of other stuff.
I don't do mutilation.
That's what I was going to ask you. Have you ever gone down that route?
I don't do mutilation. Anything that's like piercing, anything blood. I was talking to one of my friends about I wanted to feel what it would be like to be burnt by a cigarette, but they said it could scar, and I was like, that's mutilation then.
Yeah,
for me.
no, that's rough. So, I have a friend that's into that.
If you can't do it without scarring me. Because it's we were going through what would we consider mutilation. I consider mutilation something where it's piercing through the skin.
Yeah.
They consider mutilation something that can scar you. Well, if your skin your skin doesn't scar very easily, where mine probably would, then mutilation would be different. But I don't do mutilation. I don't do like hooks and extending and expansion or.
So I won't see you in any human ashtray videos.
In my mouth, they can in my mouth. I think I've done that. I don't know.
Well, it's hard to keep track of what's gone in there.
I don't remember, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's funny because
I keep a record?
No, I don't. I should.
You should have a logbook.
It's funny because I just had a conversation a month ago about a scene that I did that they were like, oh my God. So I went to, it's actually probably on social media because they made a clip of it. But I did I was in Prague.
Yeah.
And I was doing a boy, girl. And the girl had found out that first thing was going to be fisting me. And didn't know. Oh, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Are my nails okay? And I said, yeah. But I was just use lots of lube because once I feel my nails, my butt like just tightens up really fast. It clenches. And then she found out that she had to squirt, and she was like, holy shit. She was like, I didn't hydrate. So now she's chugging water, chugging water. So in the beginning.
So now you have this bloated girl with you.
Yeah. She's supposed to suck. And then, because I was the submissive, she was like the semi-submissive, and he was the dom. So I was the ultimate one. I was being submissive to both of them.
Yeah.
She would suck dick and then go and spit in my mouth. Suck dick and spit in my mouth. And she did it several times. And then as she's sucking dick, he like deep throats her or something like that, hits a spot in her throat, and she goes to spit in my mouth, and she vomits all in my mouth. Oh, man. And it was an accident.
It's like a San Raimi thing.
It was an accident. It was an accident. And the clip is still on there. They still use it because I turned to the camera and I smiled.
Oh, took it like a professional.
And then they cut and I spit it out. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay. It was clear.
Wow. That's because all water, basically.
Yeah, it's all water. It was just water puked up. That's all. So, and she felt so embarrassed. I was like, it's okay. I spit it out. It's fine. Super chill.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You were a showgirl to the end.
I was like, I've had way worse happen. I remember I've been.
Should I even ask what was way worse?
So I did a 10-guy gangbang.
Unless you're tired of talking about it, because that's my fear all the time. Is when I'm asking people are like,
I did a 10-guy gangbang, and it was double anal and a pissing scene. So like every time I went to Prague, this is one thing I like legal porno. They know what's popular with their stars, what their audience likes other stars too. So they would book me. So I always knew I was doing a pissing scene at one point.
Yeah. Because
they always booked it. So it was a 2-parter. So I would have 5 guys in one part and then 5 guys in the other. But we started out with 10. And then it broke up into 2 pieces. It was a pissing scene. And I was having trouble with my butt that day. So I had to like really like try to work it open. And as we get some penetration.
You're talking to me like I know.
You understand, right? You get it, right? You gotta open us. Not every day is a good day, right?
There's some days the
like,
theater's closed.
Come on. You knock at it and it doesn't open, right? Because you always have to knock at the door before entering.
Oh, see, I have a revolving door.
Oh yeah. You just tickle and it goes. Whoop.
I have a no knock policy.
You'd rather be surprised.
Yeah. Company come in.
So we finally get going and we get positions in, and then they go, all right, no, piss on her. And I was like, great. And I'm like a little dog on the waiting for it. And the guy, because it took the guy that first pissed, it was dark yellow urine.
Oh, he was so
and it
dehydrated.
Tastes so nasty.
Oh.
And he's pissing in my mouth. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
This sucks. And I'm having it like I'm doing the whole like I'm letting it trying to like my tongue there so it won't actually go in my mouth. It trickles out. And the director's like, cut, you need to drink more water. And I was like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, really.
And then he was like, I remember the guy was like, oh, I was hydrated in the beginning of the day, but it took her so long. And I was like, no, you weren't.
No, that's a couple days dehydration.
It was, I think that was probably it tasted so nasty. I was like, yeah.
What's funny you talk about that because another friend of mine, they're into that, and a female I know are into it. And when they do it, they use like a funnel and some other stuff. They're into like the real
like
deep
I don't
scene.
mind. I don't mind people pissing on me. I have a shy bladder. I get a little shy.
Yeah.
So I haven't learned how to, unless I really, really, really have to pee. Like I chug like 3 liters of water, and I'm like I have to pee. it's not gonna. But
Well, I think people learn the hard way when you're into piss play and other stuff. That
I prefer you to be
absorb-
hydrated.
Well, you absorb everything they've had. So if they've taken drugs
Yeah.
and other things, and that's what they found out, like after a 2-day stint, they were like fucked up for 3 days after. And I said, well, you're probably drank GHB, Coke, whatever else was coming out of them.
Yeah, because like
you ingested it.
Yeah, and for mine, they pissed in my mouth, they pissed on me, and then they pissed in my ass, and then had to push it out and swallow it.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Now my nose is going to run since we've been in this room. What is that to block that?
Block that one out. He's crying about it. He's like, Lauren, please filter yourself.
No, that was it.
This is the feature community.
That's right. That's right.
You feature collector.
I know. No, I always am interested in people's.
I'm going to put that as my Twitter handle. I'm going to put in my thing, feature collector.
I like it. It almost has like a horror connotation to it. Like Texas Chainsaw. She's a feature collector.
The dot star comes.
Yeah. So what's let's end it on this. What are your goals? I mean, who's Lauren Phillips going to be at the end of this?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Is it?
But I hope that.
Just don't ask me to throw anybody out of your bed this time.
I didn't ask you.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
But I know who I did ask.
I know.
As he fell asleep in my bed, I was like, "You ain't sleeping here." Snoring first thing.
We had such a laugh about that.
I
can't. I just have to leave it at that.
But I'm hoping my goals, and I'll just not get super deep in it, but I'm hoping I feel like I have 19 more years in this industry.
Yeah.
As a performer, and then I'll maybe get behind as a director, and I hope I can help merge lines as a feature community, and I hope I can really intertwine and become a truly part of the Pony Nation.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you about. I forgot. The Pony Express.
The Pony Express.
No, the Pony Nation. But I love calling it the Pony Express. The Pony family.
They treat me so well.
I was going to say, they treat you well.
They treat me so
and
amazing.
Jerry's a good guy.
Jerry's amazing.
And he plays a great ringleader.
Because
he's like a showman, but he's I don't know.
I can't.
He never boasts.
Yeah,
I just see him absorb his scene, and he's collected.
He's so inspiring.
Yeah,
to
I've
me.
only known him as a nice guy, and I always respect him. And he's always treated me very well. Every time I see him, he goes out of his way to say hello or to talk or call me over. And I think he treats all of you ladies quite well.
I think he has a lot of respect for women.
Yeah.
And I think that's really great. And I think he
It's a rarity.
sees that like we all need each other, right?
Yeah.
So like as owning a strip club, you need women to be in a strip club, but we need the club.
I should call him by his full name
Yeah,
so people know it's true.
Like it's like, you need the ladies, you need the women, and we need the club. So it's like, it's a give and take to make money and to be there for each other. And
well, obviously he adores
Jerry's was one of my top supporters.
Yeah.
Through when I was trying here. I think he's very smart.
Yeah.
And I think he definitely, even though we haven't talked about it, he knows my goals.
Yeah.
And he
can see it in you. He's been around a lot of women. A lot of women that have had aspirations, or other women that he's helped move up the ladder or been a part of watching them grow.
Yeah.
I mean, you always have my support, as little as it is.
There's nothing little.
But I will always have your back, and I will continue to watch you grow and expand and collect.
There's a lot more stuff, and I just the Pony Nation even has just been amazing. Even Stephanie has been super great on educating me, and
that's his right-hand woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And talking to Christine, who's their marketing, is super great. Talked to Jeb, he was amazing. DJ at Pony Bama. I've been to all. I almost feel I was like, damn, I've been to Huntsville more than I've been to Florida, and I have a house in Florida. And I was like, this is so not why. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, should I be getting a place here? Like, I'm like, but I love the community. That is what I inspired the entire future community to be is to help each other and to be its own like community and its own group and its own family as well. And I'm just very appreciative. I feel everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think I see very big things in the future with me and the Pony Nation, and I hope the Pony Nation and Jerry sees that too.
Good. Well, on that note, we're going to end it.
Yes.
And
Why you keep? I told you. I was like, you don't need to talk. I'll
I
talk
know.
the entire time.
Hey, it was perfect.
Just one word. One word
I
question.
thought Shane was going to say something too, but
He's like, when can I?
But your legs were crossed the whole time and you had nothing to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a good girl.
Like a lady.
A lady in red. A lady in red.
Now, I'm starving, so, are we going to eat or what?
Yeah.
All right.
and then I'm going to dance naked on stage.
You're gonna lose yourself.
Tom, you're in the background. Like, once your top is off, stay on that stage. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting.
No, you're fine. We have rules, but rules are meant to be broken, especially when you create them.
I was like, what do you want me to do?
Or as I tell my staff, do as I say, not as I do. So
I'm like, what rules?
Yeah, I have a few main rules, but like I said, we just have fun here. So and I love having you. This is your third time, so obviously you're gonna have a fourth time come Christmas.
Yeah, whoop whoop.
Yep.
Party in DC on
Get ready.
December. Whoop whoop.
Now I'm gonna have to have my husband top the nipple clamps. I don't know.
Oh, handcuffs. Oh, that'd be so cool. I love handcuffs.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, all right. Well, we have a couple pairs of those at home. I have to go buy those.
But I don't want the fuzzy ones.
No, those are pussies.
Yeah.
I
want to.
That's girl play.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wants fuzzy handcuffs. You want real cuffs, like real police cuffs.
Yeah, I do.
Because you need a little pain.
Yeah. Police love me.
I bet they do. I'm sure pulling you over is quite the experience.
I am actually a very good girl, but I always know I always know my police and I always know my exit. So if shit hits the fan, I'm gone.
I envision you as like an Adrian Barbeau in Cannonball Run, where you're kind of like, can I help you? So,
whoops.
Well, Lauren, I look forward to seeing you tonight and tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry that you had such a fuck up getting here.
It's
the president had so many streets blocked off.
I made it. I was like, you were like, can we be here at 7? I was like, oh, it takes me a little bit to get.
When I was stuck here all day, and I said, I'm never getting out of the street because the street was blocked. He was across the street. And then I said, let me just call her and say, I'm not picking you up. There's no way I'm going to get out of here, get home.
Yeah.
Get back,
no.
And then it took me an hour to get home, which usually takes me like maybe 11 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took it. I was like, don't worry about it. But I was like, I definitely won't be ready at 7.
Well, then when I saw your Uber coming for you, it kept just kind of jacking around on the map, and I was like, I bet you the airport's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
And then when I called you and you confirmed it, I said, yeah, it's a mess everywhere.
Hopefully it's a mess here. I want to all come here.
Yeah, speaking of which,
come here.
Thanks for the jelly donut reference earlier for your messy show.
Can I do sticky dolly?
Yeah, you can do sticky dolly. You can do pretty much anything. All right.
You know, you guys say that.
Don't worry. I'll let you do whatever you want. I'll see you downstairs.
Yeah, I'll see you downstairs.
Bye, lady.
See you later.